Good morning, witches and wizards, and welcome to week 2 of the NEWTs readathon. It is Sunday today, lunchtime, just having some pasta while I chat to you. I am heading very soon, in about 10 minutes, off to Summer in the City for the final day. I'm very ready for this weekend to be over. It's been really good fun, but it's also exhausting, and it's just so much like walking around and smiling at random people all day for 3 days in a row. And then I have to go straight to work on Monday. So very much looking forward to my day off on Tuesday. None of this is relevant to NEWTs though. One second, let me just take a bite of pasta because I'm so hungry. One sec. Okay, better. I have the strength to continue now. In terms of reading, which is what you're actually here for, I have so far finished 4 books for the NEWTs readathon, and I have been making my way through the audiobook of Invisible Women by Criado Perez. I talked quite a bit about that in last week's vlog, so I'll link below so you can go check that out. But that is the book for my book club, which is a week tomorrow. And I'm so far only a third of the way through. Listening to audiobooks is a lot slower than reading for me. But I also don't like to listen sped up. I know a lot of people do that. I don't like to because I like listening to the way the narrator read it. So anyway, I'm going to be slowly listening to Invisible Women. I do have just over an hour journey each way to the Excel Centre, so that should give me time to make quite a lot of headway through Invisible Women, learn more of these depressing statistics about the way the world treats women. What fun! What a fun reading journey. So I'm going to crack on with my day. Make sure, by the way, that you are following me on Instagram and Twitter at DrinkByMyShelf, because I'll be putting lots of updates for the NEWTs on there as well.
I want to show you something.
This is now the second time in a row that I've got on the wrong DLR and had to go a really weird route to the Excel Centre, namely, oh, they're backing way up there, and there's no lift, and it's very hot. And I'm home, and I'm tired, and I'm hungry, and I'm gonna make dal. What? You might only meet your one, just one. Doll! 10-minute doll for my doll! Ah. I'm not even in work appropriate clothes. I feel like I'm in like loungewear, but I'm just so thrilled to be wearing something that isn't that butt break t-shirt again. So it is 7 in the morning. I'm getting ready to set off for work. I am so tired. I am so ready for a day where I don't have to talk to human people. Reading update. So last time I spoke to you, I was saying that I couldn't be bothered to listen to the audiobook of Invisible Women because it felt like a chore. But then, so I got home last night and RG and I took Hippo out on a walk. And the whole way walking around the park, I just kept telling him facts from this book, and we were having a really interesting conversation. So I feel like I actually absorbed a lot more of it than I think I did, because I suddenly could remember all of these anecdotes and stuff. So it definitely is really interesting, and I definitely do want to keep reading it and keep learning more of these statistics. But I still, even despite realizing that, I'm sitting here getting ready to go to work, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to it. I want to pick up a book from my bookshelf and read that. People who like listening to audiobooks, do you have any tips for what you do to pay attention and focus? I've heard some people say they listen to audiobooks when they're like knitting or sewing or stuff like that, and I feel like that would work so much better for me. But unfortunately, I do not knit or sew, so I need a hobby, and then I can listen to this book. It's Tuesday, it's my day off at last, a day where I don't have to go to work. I ordered The Farm by Joanne Ramos, which is like a feminist dystopia book. So I think that should have arrived yesterday, hopefully. I didn't see the package, but I was quite drunk when I got home, so maybe I wasn't looking properly. So my plan is hopefully I can just sit and read. I keep saying that in these books. I keep being like, I'll just read the whole thing in one day. Unlikely to actually happen, but always good to have goals.
Look at me. Good girl.
Hey, Hippo!
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't even do it. Useless animal. Okay, so I've just been running errands. Oh my god, don't look at my dress. It's private. Picking up. Oh, I thought that was going to be way more dramatic than it was. I ordered some photo albums. They're much smaller than I thought they were going to be. Oh, they're teeny tiny, look. Each one's like this big. Look, that's us. I'll look at them when I get home. What a joy. Look at these adorable photo books that I bought. New book! Not watching because she's so loud! I was so convinced I was going to use my day off to go to the gym right in the middle of the day when it's empty and no one else is around. But now I'm here, I just want to stay in my trackies in the house all day. Look at that mixture. So we have some truly amazing smelling aubergine slices. They've got like sesame oil on them, which is smelling amazing. We're whacking them into that sugary concoction I made. This is gonna be like a crazy flavour for lunch.
I hope so. I love the smell of teriyaki.
Yeah, I may not have gone to the gym today, but I did make a masterpiece of lunch. Terry-fucking yaki. But wait, there's more. Pickled cucumbers. Hand pickled by Emeraldton. I made it. I made it. Now I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. Okay, cheers. Cheers, meat. To overcomplicated lunch food. It is 6:45 and I've yet to read a single page of my book. And I'm getting hungry again, so now it's time for me to cook again. I could listen to the audiobook while I'm cooking, but I feel like listening to music and dancing around. Dilemmas of a not very committed to this readathon today person. Dinner is served. Would you like to hear my latest YouTube comment that I just got?
Yes.
It's funny. So this was on, ooh, it's pretty grand. This was on my vlog of last week reading this. So it was just a very wholesome, family-friendly video of me reading lots of books, going to the gym, cooking supper, and at one point reading while drunk. This is from Donald Scott. For those who are the children of alcoholics and dealt with that our entire time growing up, this is repulsive, even on top of hardly what you'd call reading. Learning more and more how many booktubers are the dregs of society.
Wow.
Yeah, that's me, bitch.
Dregs.
Dregs of society. I like hardly cool reading. I read 4.5 books, bitch. That's okay. I'll be the dregs of society. Thanks, Donald Scott. Cheers. 10 o'clock at night. Finally time to start reading my book. Good job, Emma, on your full day of reading. Apparently it's going to rain literally all day today, so that is gonna be fun. What a cheery day. I read about 3 chapters of The Farm last night, really enjoying it so far. So at the moment it's like basically set in the real world, but we're following a group of Filipino women who are nannies basically to really rich American families. But where I just left off in the book, like something super awkward just happened. It was one of those like, oh my god, I was cringing so hard reading it. So I feel like our main woman is about to get fired, and then from reading the back, I can guess she's then like not gonna have any other options other than to go to this farm, which is where basically women are surrogates. So they're like kept in this kind of wellness center and looked after really well, but only in exchange for having babies for other families. So they're just like baby making farms, and the theme is going to be kind of about like what is the value of women's bodily autonomy. Sounds great, doesn't it? Cheery stuff. So really enjoying that so far, but I'm actually not going to bring it with me on my way to work because I really need to just force myself to get through this audiobook. And I think maybe if I deprive myself of all other options, I've got a better chance of actually making myself listen to it. I'm filming today a video for Book Break all about thrillers, and most of the books are here in this house and I've got to get them to work. So I'm gonna have to pack a suitcase now, I think, because there's so many of them. So that's gonna be fun to wheel through the rain, a heavy suitcase full of books. Also, not to be that girl, but I really like my hair right now. It has literally not stopped raining all day. But at the gym, I am going to force myself to listen to that audiobook. Come whenever you can do this. It is just day at the gym today, so I'm basically going to be lying horizontal the whole time, listening to the audiobook while I must increase my bust. I didn't film anything at the gym because there was somebody standing next to me the whole time and I felt shy. So you just have to trust me that I did do it. And freedom from the audiobook. I'm going to have a nice relaxing bath, reading some more of The Farm, and listening, oh, definitely can't see my boobs. Gonna listen to my lovely friend Ellen's beautiful EP while I relax. Scared of dropping my camera in the bath while I do this. It is literally Thursday and I have not finished a single book yet in this whole vlog. Can I even call this a reading vlog when there was so little successful reading? So I need to decide what I'm going to do this morning. I've still got my same 2 on the go. The Farm, which I'm really loving, but I've still got a long way to go. And my audiobook, which is becoming the bane of my existence. Which one do I have the best chance of finishing today? Considering I am going out for drinks after work, so that takes away some of my reading time. Emma. I'm going for The Farm. I'm going with my gut. This is what I want to read. Here's Jean. She's doing the NEWTs as well.
expert. I don't know how many subjects I've got.
That's very impressive. And now we have the most delicious looking pizzas in the world.
Seeing if I can recreate how much I liked my hair the other day. I feel like it's going to be hard to recreate. It looks so crazy curly right now, but hopefully it'll go down overnight to what I liked the other day. So that's another day gone, still not having finished a bloody book. What is wrong with me this readathon? I don't know. I'm gonna get into bed now and read some more of The Farm, but I don't want a super late night because tomorrow I'm getting up, I'm going to the London Aquarium and I'm gonna interview for book break Dougie Pointer from McFly, mainly because I love the aquarium. I wonder if I'll get to the whole end of this week and not have finished a single book. If that happens, can I even upload this? Does this even count as a readathon vlog? Emma. It is super well done, this book, The Farm. It's super creepy the way that in it, like, the women are fully turned into commodities. Even the babies that they're carrying are turned into commodities. But it's not like this crazy far-off dystopian world. It is very much our world and very believable. And like the arguments, because as well as getting the points of view of some of the women carrying the babies, we also get the point of view of the woman who runs the farm and who set it up and see her perspective. And from that, it's so easy to see how this could happen, how this, you can see how people's logic could lead them to this place. It's terrifying. Filming with Dougie was really fun. He was so nice, like really easy to work with. Here's a selfie of us just being pals. Yeah, it was really fun, really good fun. But moving on to my reading, I've made a decision. Very hard decision to make. Are you coming to join in, Hippo? Hi. Hippo wants to comfort me through this decision. I've decided to DNF Invisible Women, which hurts my heart. Hi, baby. Because I've suffered through so much of it when I didn't want to listen to it, and now I've got like 2 hours of it left, and all of that time will be wasted in terms of the NEWTs because I won't get that qualification. You also don't like transphobic authors. I know, we don't like that. So that one was for my A in Ancient Runes, and I already have read the book for the E, so I'm basically like, by giving up this book, I'm giving up the A and also giving up a chance to get that E if I don't read another one in time. Very frustrating. But my reason is partly because I wasn't enjoying it and I don't really want to listen to another 2 hours of it, but also thank you so much to everybody who responded after my last video where I asked for people to just give me more information about the authors. So thank you to everyone who commented, people who reached out to me separately. That was really helpful, and so having considered all of that, I decided that I don't want to keep promoting that author. And I do think it's a complicated issue because I do think that the book it is worthwhile in lots of ways. I think that a lot of the statistics are really important information to get out there. I think lots of the points she makes are really valid and really important, but I think ultimately it undermines itself by having another massive data gap on trans women. And then there also, I had forgotten this because I read last year the book Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Leni and I had forgotten that she actually mentions Caroline Criado Perez as somebody who was very much a white feminist and confronted Leni for talking about white feminism and making herself the victim of that. Very kind of, you know, typical stuff. We see this a lot. So yeah, for all of those reasons, I think that Invisible Women is a very interesting book, very worthwhile points to be made in it, but ultimately not something I really want to promote because I don't think that the author has done much to consider women outside her own perspective and her own definition of who counts. Which is a shame because, you know, it's true that there is this massive gender data gap and that does need to be addressed, and the statistics do need to be listened to. So I'm not condemning the book. I just don't personally A, feel comfortable promoting it here, and B, want to keep reading it. That literally means that, like, we're on Friday now and I've wasted most of this vlog reading a book that I'm not even going to get a NEWT for. The title of this vlog is going to end up being like, literally reading 0 books in a week. This is how far I am through The Farm. So about 2/3 of the way through. Absolutely loving it. It's absolutely fantastic. So, you know, I'm pleased to now have the time and energy to devote just to this one because it's so brilliant and so well written. But now it's Friday and this is my first proper weekend in so long. An actual full 2-day weekend. Can't wait. And I've got my friend coming around in a minute, so I'm going to make her some dinner and we will watch a movie. And then I'll update you if I do any more reading later today. And Hippo will be with me every step of that way. She usually doesn't let me film her, so she must be feeling really cuddly. This is a brilliantly balanced veggie bowl.
so brilliant.
That's a brilliantly balanced film. That's a brilliantly balanced dog.
Rom-commed.
Brilliantly balanced friendship. So Maddie and I just watched a really stupid movie. It was called 2 Night Stand, and it was just 100% ridiculous with 2 totally terrible characters. But, you know, also fun. So now, snuggling into my nice big armchair, and I'm going to read some more of The Farm. I'm so into this one at the moment. Just finished The Farm. That is my first Newts book of the week finished. This was absolutely brilliant, but I now feel like I'm going to have to sit here and, like, read about it online and read other people's responses. The whole way through it, I was thinking this absolutely a 5-star read, like one of the best books I've read this year. But then the ending just wasn't quite what I expected. And I'm starting, even just like in the 5 minutes since I just finished it, I'm starting to appreciate that. It doesn't have this big climactic ending that I was expecting in this kind of thing, but I guess that's what makes it more depressing and realistic, is that these things don't have like a big climactic ending and then they change, that there is no change, and that this kind of thing is where the world is going. It's like barely dystopian, it's just very realistic. So I'm going to do some looking on Goodreads and see other people's thoughts and their interpretations of the ending, what it means. But definitely a book I'm going to be thinking about for a long time. And I'm going to decide in the morning what I thought of the ending, because right now it's 1 in the morning and I'm too sleepy to interpret it. So thank goodness I'm going to have read at least 1 book this weekend. Might be the only one, because I'm going to be out basically this whole weekend, but it's something, it's a start. My awake views on the ending of this are that the ending was a little bit disappointing actually, but that I can see what she was doing with it. So like I said yesterday, like deliberately not having this really climactic ending was quite a clever way to go, but it did then mean that after like such a gripping book, it felt a little bit like it fizzled out. So unfortunately that means it kind of downgrades it from a 5-star to a 4-star for me, because I was left feeling like there was something missing at the end. But still a really, really interesting, thought-provoking book. So in terms of Newts, we'll do a proper Newts check-in now. This one is, hang on, Black Under the Dust Jacket. So that gives me an A in Defense Against the Dark Arts. That is not one of the Newts that I need for my career path, but you know, fun to collect some other qualifications. What I am needing, ever since I DNF'd Invisible Women, is an A for Ancient Runes, otherwise it will cancel out my E. So I need to find another book that was recommended by a friend. My sister recommended me this one. She gave it to me while we were on holiday. This is like a kind of self-help book by Bryony that's all about like increasing your confidence and stuff. This isn't something I would have picked up for myself. I think it's wonderful that it exists, I think it's brilliant, but it's not something that I would personally feel like I need. But my sister really, really recommended it. So let's give it a go. Let's see how far I can get through this morning. This is so boring. I don't know why she's given this to me. It's very sweet. It's a very nice book. I'm glad it exists, but it is very much written for 12-year-olds. I'm not getting anything out of this experience, but I'm just too stubborn now, and not having a repeat Invisible Women, I have to get this grade for my Newts, so I'm gonna power on. Right, finished that. Got absolutely nothing from that other than an A for my Newts. Brighton! She's in Brighton. She's in Brighton.
She's in Brighton.
She's in Brighton. My cousin! I didn't film any more of my trip to Brighton because it just ended in getting super fucking drunk. And I got back late last night and got Archie to order me McDonald's because I was like, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna be sick. But then of course passed out before it arrived. Is it super gross to eat it cold now? Actually tastes pretty good. I'm gonna wrap this video up for the week, use my hangover time to edit this video all together. And then later today I'm heading off to meet Emma Books because she's doing a London meetup, so that'll be fun. So I guess you will see all of that next week. The book I'm going to get started with next is Red Clocks. I ordered this one, it just arrived last night. This is going to be a bit like The Farm, I think. It's another feminist dystopia, and this time it's about, well, very fucking topical. It's about them, they make abortion illegal and IVF illegal and like anything other than what they deem like natural reproduction is illegal, which sounds absolutely terrifying. This was written a few years ago, so before it all started to become like really fucking real right now. Probably going to make me very sad and freaked out. But I've heard wonderful things about it from other people on Booktube. So this was a less successful reading week, but I did end up taking off 2 more Newts in the end, so pretty pleased with that after all. I keep forgetting to mention in these videos, by the way, that I am reading for Hufflepuff. Leave me a comment and let me know which house you're in, whether or not you're taking part. And yeah, let's chat more about the Newts in the comments below. I'm so hungover.